Hello my beautiful friends, it's Lisa here from Arcaneandstellar, and I want to welcome you to my channel for this timeless pick a card reading. We're going to be doing a favorite that many of you have, and I've been getting a lot of comments lately like, I'm rewatching the old one. And I thought, I'll do a refreshed one. So we're going to look at the next 72 hours of your life. What can you expect? And this is timeless. Like I said, on the old ones, people repeat those whenever they feel like it and often find it very relevant as far as I've seen from comments and feedback. So definitely, keep it bookmarked possibly and see if it helps you in the future as well. But go ahead and make a selection. I want you to choose intuitively. That is the most important part about pick-a-cards, is that you are tuning into your own intuition and guiding yourself to the right group. So we've got 4 to choose from here. We've got number 1 with citrine, number 2 with a rose, number 3 with a key, and number 4 with a mojo wish bean. So take a selection and I will see you in your reading. And before I get there, I just want to say something. You guys, so many of you have sent me lovely gifts for Christmas. I really do appreciate it, really, because I'll be honest, there's been some great challenges in our life this month, so it was such a nice, lifting of my spirits to see things come in the mail. So thank you so much to those of you that sent gifts, and especially also Emily. She sent the Yule Tarot that you're going to see here. I have all my decks listed below, and then Teresa sent this Fortune Teller's deck as well that you'll be seeing in the video. So yeah, if you see any decks that you like I always try to keep them listed in the description box so that you guys can find them for yourself. But anyway, wish you the very, very best. Let's go ahead and get started. Hello my friends, so if you chose group number 1 with the citrine, this is your reading. So citrine, a very, very nice stone for prosperity, and I feel like a lifting of spirits. But let's go ahead and get started here and look at the cards. So we start off with the 9 of Cups. Live in a constant state of gratitude. And for some of you, I could see you over the next 72 hours really focusing on things that do make you thankful. For those of you, especially, there may be that message to kind of start a gratitude journal. Some of you might be starting it or thinking about it, or that might be helpful for you. But also the 9 of Cups relates to wishes and happiness and joy. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to have a really nice joyful moment, and you may even feel like a wish is coming true in the next 72 hours. It's a card of contentment, I would say. And so there's a lot of contentment here for you. We've also got the 6 of Candles, so there could be a recognition. The 6 of Candles, is like the 6 of Wands essentially, and that can talk about victory, being noticed, popularity, people looking at you, you know what I mean? Look at, they're on a parade float, and so it's like everyone's looking at them, they're happy, they're recognized. So there may be some really nice recognition coming your way as well. And this could even be in terms of conflict, like handling a conflict. For some of you, there might be a conflict where you're coming out on top, even with the 8th house there, because 8th house can sometimes represent conflict. Of course, also, there's investment. So I guess for some of you, you might find that an investment's paying off that you've made. Other people's money as well. Some of you might be receiving money through other people's efforts or other people in general. So it could be like, you get some kind of money from someone, or money comes in some way. We also have the 4 of Clubs as well, and I'm going to go ahead and look at the book here. This is a super cool deck. Thank you so much, Teresa, for this. She sent this for Christmas, and I just love these kind of decks. Oh my goodness, they're my favorite style. And this is a 4 of Clubs, which talks about harvest and also planning for change as a manifestation. It says a strong desire for change is likely when this card appears. However, searching for a new home or change of job, or simply feeling a restless need for a new direction, could generate criticism. Others may see you as unreliable and changeable. Indeed, they may have a valid point, for your ideas and actions are liable to alter from day to day. Change for the sake of change may not be a very positive use of this energy. Once you're able to clarify your plans and crystallize your ambitions, you should be able to achieve success. Meanwhile, be aware of frittering away your energy and irritating those close to you. This is a demanding time, traditionally promising an abundant harvest, as represented by the lush foliage of this card's illustration, as a reward for all your efforts. And I do feel like, there's definitely some reward I feel like you're getting, and especially because perhaps you've put a lot of effort. But as an example, it does mention that don't try to be too changeable. And especially if you're watching this when it comes out, it's Mercury retrograde. It's not a great time to make a lot of new changes. not without proper research. You know what I mean? You might have to do a little bit more extra in order to make a successful change. Now, we also have the Lady and the Rider. So this tells me that there's news coming in or communication from a woman. So for some of you, I feel like you're going to probably be hearing from somebody. For some of you at the 8th house here, there could be a word about inheritance or money, especially from a woman. So there might be some sort of talk about this. It could be about maybe if you're doing a joint project with someone, it could be talking about that because there is joint money. But again, inheritance, joint money, things like that, contracts as well. There could be reviews there. We also have the dogs getting together with friends. So there could be some nice friend time over the next 72 hours. You might be, hanging out with friends or talking to people that you enjoy being around. And we also have the Door. Opportunities are waiting for you. So I like this because I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to see some opportunities and the possibilities for them over the next 72 hours. So keep your eyes peeled because you may find that there are opportunities rising up for you, especially through other people in particular. So look out for other people. It's like, say you're at work and you need to make connections as an example. There might be a good connection that could somehow bring you a lot of money or, it's that kind of vibe, okay? Blessings. I'm going to use my blessing cards. Harmony. A relationship is in harmony. So I also see, harmony. And I think this is the Lady and the Rider. There might be like more harmony in your relationships as well. Like people are more likely to be receptive, or at least one person in particular. So I think your relationship should be good over the next 72 hours. Now let's see here. I'm going to get some charms. Next 72 hours. Okay, so actually what's interesting about this is it's weird when this one came out. So this is from Mario, and I'm thinking of Donkey Kong kind of. When for some reason when I saw this, the vision from Donkey Kong in Super Mario, like in the Super Nintendo, sorry, that came to my mind. There's like a special thing you can get in that game where if you time it just right, you can spell Kong as an example, and then you'll get like some extras. And that vision came to me. So I feel like for a lot of you over the next 72 hours, be like slightly careful because of that 4 of clubs about your timing. I feel like the timing will be right, but you've got to like wait for it. So don't change too fast or be too changeable. Is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like waiting for the right time. Like don't change for change's sake, like it's saying. And a lot of you will understand what this means in the next few days, especially if you chose the right pile, of course. But I feel like you'll understand how that develops. Sometimes you'll be like listening to it and you'll be like, what the hell is she talking about? And then it's like, then it comes, A lot of people say that about 6-month readings that they get with me. They'll be like, huh? And then they understand it as the month wears on. So yeah. That's what I feel here. And so questions, and maybe you'll have a lot of questions. Maybe there'll be you have to answer a lot of questions. There's things like that. We also have the happy card, and it has a birthday cake. So you could be celebrating a birthday, maybe not just yours, maybe it's somebody else's. Maybe this is reminding you, hey, so-and-so's birthday's coming up. Say happy birthday. Maybe you have like a good friend or something. But also it can show celebration. So it could just be that, you're in a celebratory mood in some way. We've also got this key here with the red string. And to me, this represents like very important connections. And also, it's a key and there's a door here. Opportunities are waiting for you. So I feel like you have the key to open a really good door in the next 72 hours. We've also got the heart here. And of course, with the blessings card that said that your relationships will be harmonious. I do feel like that there's love and understanding in your relationships and you're connecting with a good one. We have here Libra as well, which focuses on relationships and harmony and balance. We also have Aries. We've got Sagittarius and we've got Capricorn. So we've got, that's interesting, Sagittarius and Capricorn. And I think that's probably, as I'm recording this, again, these are timeless and people come back to them all the time. So don't take it wrong if you're in the future looking at this. But it's funny because as I do this, we're kind of just going into Capricorn stuff. So I'm sure that there are still things going on in both signs. As they often are. But yeah, that's interesting. Sagittarius could imply travel, foreign cultures, or it could be that you guys are, watching a foreign film, or you might be trying foreign food. There could be things like that. There could also be expansion when it comes to your career as well with the Capricorn. and the, Sagittarius being there. There could be progression when it comes to career. There could be good negotiations and good contacts. With Aries and Libra, I feel like what we're seeing here is that there's a bit of initiation required on your part in order to make good connections. So that's very interesting too. So anyway, but that's what I'm seeing for you guys for the next 72 hours. I really do hope this was a helpful reading, and I hope that you have a blessed and beautiful 72 hours ahead. I wish you all lots of happiness, and I will see you all in the next reading. Take care. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 2, this is going to be your reading. So you've got the rose, and this is such a beautiful one. I love vintagey things, so it's just right up my alley. So I hope that this reading is going to help you. I pray that it does. So with that being said, I want to say a quick thank you to Teresa for the fortune tellers deck that you're going to see in this group, as well as to Emily, who got me the Yule Tarot. Oh, I got lucky on this Christmas. But this is timeless. Okay, so let's get started. So we've got the High Priestess, number 2. When in doubt, your first gut feeling can always be trusted. So I feel like you're definitely being told over the next 72 hours to trust your gut feelings. Don't second guess yourself. Have you ever had it where you've done a test and you're like, this is the answer, and then you're like, no, and then you start overthinking it, and then when you go back and you see your results, you actually should have just stuck with the first answer. I feel like some of you might have that kind of energy around you, so just stick with your gut. And also, this could be implying that you guys are doing divinatory practices, or you guys are very spiritual during the next 72 hours. Some of you might spend some extra time meditating. Some of you might be having sort of deep spiritual, awakenings, and upgrades going on as well. So yeah, this could be like spending time with your cards as well. Some of you might be getting a new deck even, I'm hearing. Okay, so we've also got the 7 of Good Cheer. This is interesting because I feel like for some of you, if you're asking your cards about something, you already know the answer and you don't need cards to tell you. That's what I'm going to tell you. I know that this is for some of you. Maybe some of you don't read cards, but for those of you that do or are trying other divinatory methods, I actually feel like you know the answer to something and you don't. The cards may actually kind of get funny because sometimes cards, and I've noticed this myself, and I guess fellow tarot readers tell me if you're feeling the same, but sometimes I see when I'm emotional about a situation or quite confused, I tend to get weird results with my cards. Like it can be almost like they're just constantly reflecting my feelings, which is why it's always nice to go to an outside source. And I know I have a lot of readers that come to me with the exact same issue. They're like, okay, Lisa, I need you because I can't think this thing one through. And I understand it because I've been there. I get that way too. So yeah, but the 7 of Good Cheer, well, that makes me feel also like you could be quite daydreamy as well. You might be a little bit more private and up in your head. Some of you might want to just be like chilling and kind of sticking to yourself as well. This might be a time where you're not really exactly, I'm not going to say that you're not outgoing, because actually I feel like that there's some outgoing energy here, or at least a connection. But this could also imply a lot of choices. Some of you might have a lot of choices in general over these next few days, or the next 72 hours, better. I feel like some of you might have maybe it's like different invitations to go places, or you can't really decide what to do with your time. Some of you might just be kind of in that frame of mind where you can't really get anything done. Okay. It might feel like you're doing one thing and then it's like, oh shit, this other thing came up and now I'm like not even doing, I forgot that thing. You might be a little bit more spacey or kind of all over the place. I could see some of you opening Netflix as an example, or some streaming app, and it's like you can't choose what to watch, and then you're like, oh, 2 hours later I could have already watched a damn movie by now. You know what I mean? I can see those kinds of things going on around you, that energy. But yeah, we've also got the bouquet in the tree. Now this is nice because this can actually imply good news in health, okay, or wellness. This could also talk about gifts from that are connected to wellness. So some of you might receive a gift of getting a massage, or some of you might be getting a gift of something health related or stability related. But again, this could just be kind of you're blessed in your health, or you're feeling sturdy, or you're feeling good. Maybe it's like if everyone's around you are sick, it's like you get passed over. You know what I mean? Like it skips you. Hopefully. That's what I would kind of read it as. But yeah, there's that energy. And we've got here, and also this could mean a blessing in the family as well. I think if the tree is our roots, our family, and the people are, you know, kind of there. So there could be something good coming from a relative as well for you. Like maybe, especially like a matriarch or someone that's back. You know what I mean? Like grandparents or further. Okay. We've also got the handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Ooh, okay, that's very interesting as well. So, some of you might have a stranger come into your life over this next 72 hours. That could be an important person. A lot of times people come into our life and sometimes it won't even be a lasting connection, but it might be that they share something with us in that brief moment that actually unfolds to be something much more than we anticipated, right? So check out any interactions with strangers, okay? We've also got the torch here, which says spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Absolutely, yep, confirming that high priestess, what I was saying earlier, that yeah, you're definitely, there's more spiritual development going on. I feel like you are going through a period of enlightenment or awareness. It's like you're spiritually upgrading, or there's some sort of spiritual understandings that you're having as well. And we've also got the trine, flow. So this is about harmony, aiding, enriching, benefiting, energizing, etc. And so to me, I feel like you're flowing pretty well over these next 72 hours. I don't feel like a lot of blockages here. I feel like you have a lot of good possibilities, and it's just a really good time. I really like what I'm seeing here for you guys. We've also got the King of Hearts here. Now, the King of Hearts, I want to go ahead and open up the deck and get to... It says the essence is the lover. We also have traditional coloring, blonde or silver hair, blue or gray eyes. Being romantic, passionate, and affectionate, the King of Hearts signifies the archetypal lover. He is generous, sympathetic, flirtatious, attributes which make him both charismatic and popular. Usually tactile, he's sensuous and exudes sexual energy. He looks good, for his keen eye for color and detail help him to stand out from the crowd, even when he's not especially well off. All these exciting, attractive qualities mask a moody, introverted nature, though. He is a dreamer who may be artistically talented and highly intuitive, and he needs time alone to recharge his psychic batteries. At such times, his engaging warmth is replaced by a chilly, distant persona. For some of you, this may not even represent another person, but it may represent you on some level, that perhaps you're kind of putting a little bit more boundaries up, or you're kind of taking a little bit more time to yourself, but it's a good thing for you. You know, it's not like because lonely, or it's not because it's like a bad thing, you know? Okay, now blessings coming. Ah, we've got a cozy evening. Yes, I love it. And I love it because she's sitting on her bed. It just reminds me of like spending some time in and just having a good evening in the next 72 hours. We've also got here favor. You'll receive a favor. So yeah, I could totally see that coming through, is getting favors, especially in regards to anything to do with like your stability. Now let's get some charms. Okay. So we've got here, oh, this is interesting. We have the 2 here. So maybe it's like more one-on-one time, like just the 2 of us. So some of you might be just connecting with one person over the next 72 hours in particular, but this could also talk about harmony as well, and you focusing on something. We also have here Pride and Prejudice, the book. So some of you might be reading a book or listening to an audiobook or something. We also could see perhaps like historical. I just actually watched a really good movie I liked on Netflix. It was called Silver Skates. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it was actually a really nice film, and it's a historical one if you like those. So I'd recommend it. I kind of liked it. I enjoyed it. But anyway, yeah. So maybe some of you, maybe it's going to be like watching, you know, a Jane Austen, or maybe for some of you just reading and stuff. But we also have here wish. So making a wish. I would say make a wish. And we also have here, she believed she could, so she did. So there could be the energy of getting things done because you know you can do it, and believing in yourself, you know? And maybe some of you are really working through that on a mental level. It's like Maybe even for some of you, if you've been confused about something, you kind of maybe realize that maybe there are just a lot of different, maybe you have more possibilities than you realize, you know? We've also got Leo here, which can show, it can show an outgoing person, confidence, okay? So there's maybe working on confidence, but also I think Leo relates to what we enjoy, hobbies, places where we shine, and things like that. So I think you're shining pretty bright over these next 72 hours. And we've also got this leaf here, and I think of it as turning over a new leaf. So you might be changing something in your life. And we've got here the key, which can talk about soul connections for me. So, and also important doors opening. And I feel like for you, a lot of these doors are very spiritual in nature. Okay, so yeah, I hope that this reading was helpful. I hope you have a blessed and beautiful 72 hours ahead and beyond, of course. And I hope to see you here on the channel again. Take care, guys, and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye. Hello, my beautiful friends. If you chose group number 3 here with this key that says believe, this is your reading. So what does the next 72 hours hold for you? Let's find out. So I want to say a quick thank you to Teresa and to Emily. They both bought gifts for my channel in particular. Well, it's Christmas gifts, but yes, I'm using these fortune telling teller cards. This is a fortune teller's deck in this reading, as well as I'm using a well, I think it's Yule Tarot is what it's called, but I'll have these down below in the description, so if you want to check them out. But thank you guys so much for those gifts. I always appreciate it when I get something in the mail. And we've got here the Queen of Cups. Honoring your emotions is one of the highest forms of self-care. So I feel like here, this shows you as being quite emotionally intuitive. Over the next 72 hours, I think you're going to handle things well because I feel like you're in tune with yourself as well as others. And so I think you're very emotionally receptive to others. I also feel like you've got a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I'm looking for a phrase. Like, you're just socially intuitive, you know what I mean, in situations. And also, of course, there could be like taking care of yourself and honoring your emotions, doing what you feel like doing. And especially when it comes to your routine, right? Because we've got Virgo here. And Virgo, of course, could talk about work. You might be doing a lot of like kind of like ritualistic work. You might be doing a lot of maybe you're fulfilling certain duties. You might be doing a lot of chores as well. This could be doing things like in a way that's very, you know, trying to make it perfect as well. Making something very efficient. I guess that's what I'm looking for, efficiency. And so you might be just kind of engaging in your usual ritual of life, you know, your daily routine. But this might be about taking some time out for yourself emotionally and feeding yourself emotionally. And especially if you guys do work a lot and you work hard. As an example, don't forget to take some time for yourself, okay? We've got the Star here, which is such a beautiful card. I love this one. Isn't it beautiful? And it represents hope, dreams, wishes, renewal. And I feel like for a lot of you, this next year, and I know that some of you may be watching this later, but I really do feel like this next year is going to be quite a good one for you. So whoever's watching this, I feel like 2024 is going to be your year. And maybe it won't, every moment won't feel that way. Of course, you know, we're always going to have little bumps, but I feel like you're going to have some great progress ahead. And I feel like you guys are just on the precipice of something different in your life, like a new happiness, a new road. You know what I mean? Like, that's just my vibe I'm getting. Okay. We've also got here the Bear and the Lady. Ooh. So some of you might be working out, actually, especially women. You might be doing more strength work or physical work. Maybe there's working out or something. But I also could see you being a bit more stronger. And some of you might be learning how to really connect with other people in a way as well. Some of you might have like a situation arise where maybe if you're very like, you always try to be nice or something like that. And it's like you got to finally stand up for yourself or say something, like you got to be strong, sort of. You know, I noticed something in my job, like my day job as an example. Sometimes I have to like explain things to people, and I noticed that I always want to, I'm a people pleaser, okay? And I don't like not to, but like there are certain times where I realize I should have been firm because like maybe my hesitation made people think that like I don't know what I'm talking about, and like now I have to have a whole meeting this week because I kind of was a little bit like, well, I'll look into it. Maybe I could see if something will work. And like in actuality, I knew that nothing would work, but I kind of made them question me. And now they're like, oh, now we need backup and like we need to hear. And it's like, yeah, it doesn't work. But anyway, I kind of have been realizing I need to kind of change my approach sometimes in my day job. And anyway, in terms of how I handle people, like more kind of not coming out like where there could be a possibility, but just laying it down and saying, no, that doesn't work. You know what I mean? Rather than opening up that door, because then it seems like it always leads me to having to like dig more when it should just be a done deal. You know what I mean? Anyway, hopefully that makes sense. But for some of you, there might be, you know, kind of a chance to lay some sort of foundation down or kind of approach things in a different way, especially if you've been, you know, a bit more on the passive side or open, as an example as well. We also have successful outcome to your problems. So I feel like you guys might be solving an issue in the next 72 hours. There could be a successful outcome. So if you're currently, you know, experiencing some sort of difficulty at this very moment that you're watching this, I think it could actually be successful in the next 72 hours. So, you know, I think you'll hear something. We've also got here, someone will gossip about all your secrets. And I'm going to tell you, this is like a bit of a warning card, okay? Because I would, especially in Virgo's like, you know, your coworkers, employees as an example, I would say watch out for them because some people might be more prone to gossip at this time or repeat what you say. So just be careful. If you don't want people to repeat what you're saying, try to be careful who you talk around, okay? Okay, we've also got the Six of Hearts, and I want to go ahead and open up this book here and see. Oh, you can't even see these cards. I'm sorry, I looked up at the camera. There we go. So the Six of Hearts. Looking for love, close friends, old flames. The Six of Hearts suggests nostalgic emotions, past links, and ongoing developments. A flame, symbolized by the torch illustration on the card, may reignite. Perhaps someone special will make contact again, or an old friend will return. Social events connected to your past could yield new connections or simply reawaken a few happy memories. The past is important now, for it's actively affecting the present. If other cards concur, you may revive an old friendship or relationship, or be able to clear up some unfinished emotional business. Old contacts could also benefit your working life, as past achievements may be able to help you move forward in new directions. Whatever your question, this card advises you to search your memory, for at least part of your answer lies in the past. That's very interesting. So maybe there will be a chance to renew something, especially because of the star being present here. It makes you wonder if, like, yeah, there could be somebody coming back from the past. Oh, we got three of them. So what do we got here? A friendship blossoms. So you got a nice friendship here over the next 72 hours. We've also got a cozy evening and a new area of learning, knowledge. So yeah, some of you could be actually researching something new or learning something new as well. And this is like a blessing. It's something good for you. It's something beneficial for you, okay? So what have we got here from charms? Oh, look at this. Always in the heart. Somebody might actually be reaching out to you. And I don't want to say this is for every single person, but somebody could be reaching out to you and actually telling you how much they've always loved you, or you're always in their heart. I don't know how you'll feel about that, but you may be having someone kind of exerting that energy towards you in this next 72 hours. Or maybe you're going back to something that's always been a part of your heart. Maybe it's like an old hobby or something you've just enjoyed, and it's like you want to revisit it. We've also got this, the ship thing here, the wheel. And it's like, I think of that song, We Learn the Sea by Dar Williams. And it's like, I am a captain, and I have been told that tomorrow our ship will be sold. Losing this boat? Yeah. I am a captain, But I am not shaken. I am 8 years old, I think is what she says. Yeah, and it's like innocence. Anyways, but it just reminds me, I don't know, listen to that song and check it out because it came through for me. But it's almost like you'll steer through anything, any storm, any problem. And maybe for some of you, the star represents that. Like whatever storm you've been going through, there's a calming of energy. You're able to handle it more. You're feeling more at peace in your life, more rooted as well. Look at that. We've got the daikon there, which is, you know, to me, it represents a rooted energy. We've also got Leo here and we've got Cancer. So that's interesting. Cancer, of course, can relate to the family, the home, the past, right? It's ruled by the moon, which is all related to these things. So, of course, there could be a lot of nostalgia. Some of you might be watching something or revisiting something, you know what I mean, from your past. And then, of course, we've got Leo here as well, which could talk about engaging more in hobbies, fun, play. There could be more romantic contacts around you as well, or somebody really that like has quite the crush on you. And we've also got you versus you. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's like you could be overcoming something in regards to yourself, right? So maybe, you know, it's like conquering something within yourself. It's like you versus you. You're challenging yourself to better, to improve, or to do better. And I love it, okay? So, you guys, that is your next 72 hours. I really do hope this is helpful. I pray that it gave you some guidance and some insight, and I hope that you guys will be back again. Please subscribe if you haven't, and lots of love, you guys. Take care. Hello, my friends. It's Lisa here with group number 4. So you've got the Mojo Wish Bean. So I have a whole bag of these. They're actually really nice to have for making wishes. Obviously, hence the name, right? Anyway, I don't know if you can get them on. I'm sure you can get them online. I got mine locally though. So we've got here the Empress. There is beauty to be found in every experience. So this is beautiful because some of you might be very much focused on motherhood, if you are a mother. If not, you might be really attractive to others, and others might be really drawn to your energy right now. You may be feeling also extra beautiful and abundant during this time. I feel like that this kind of promises abundance. But Leo here, it makes you feel like someone's super attracted to you. To be honest, I feel like you guys have admirers. You have people that are looking at you. And I feel like you have at least 2 people that are really having their eye on you at this time. Some of you might actually get to go on a date or feel really good in romance. Even if you're married, as an example, or in a relationship, you could find that your relationship is extra spicy at this time. It's more expressive than usual. It's playful, warm, feeling good as well. But I just feel like you're giving off really good vibes to other people over the next 72 hours. I feel like you are able to relate to other people, and people are just really drawn to you at this time, is what I really am picking up. We've also got the Two of Hearts here, and the Two of Hearts, and I want to say thank you to Teresa for this. We have social and creative success, manifestation, two's company. Two of Hearts can quite simply denote 2 hearts, romantic excitement, the first sparks of physical attraction, the beginning of an affair. Cupid's arrow hits its mark. Neighboring cards will reveal whether or not it's likely to develop and whether it's just a lighthearted passing flirtation. The Two of Hearts also signifies success, especially creative accomplishment. Any artistic endeavor, from decorating the house to creating a masterpiece, is under positive influence and will attract attention and praise. However, these delightful rewards will be the result of hard work, as such pursuits involve taking great care and paying attention to detail. Beautiful. So, definitely seeing possibly flirtation, romance, and all of that. What's interesting here is that we actually have the birds in the letter. Some of you might be getting some gossipy news. Some of you might actually be texting with somebody, gossiping about a situation, by the way. But also I just see a lot of incoming. You probably are going to be getting a lot of emails, texts, communications, calls, communication. Like it's just going to be like you're having a lot of people talking to you. Like I said, I do feel like for some of you there could be like gossip talk, because the birds can imply like gossip. And so with the letter here, it's like you might get some juicy gossip. You're like, oh, you know what I mean? Like maybe there's some sort of news coming your way. But whatever it is, it's good, because look at that. We have great energy there. And we've also got the Two of Candles here. And look, she's writing a letter. So the fact that the letter came out, there's letters here. There's the birds, like you are definitely communicating, okay? And even that Two of Hearts, right? It's like connections. So it's like there's a strong focus on connections as well in your life. We also have here money path. A path of money is waiting for you to find it. And we've got butterfly, a change for the better. So if you've been feeling like life's been a bit drab, I want to tell you that over the next 72 hours, I feel like something's changing for the better. Something's improving here. And with the money path here, like keep your eyes open to all possibilities, because I feel like maybe you guys will have a good idea over the next 72 hours. Maybe there will be something that pops up, but it's kind of implying that there's money, you know what I mean, to be had or to be made. And with the Empress, I think you're in a really abundant energy right now. And especially if you've been doing the work with manifestation and all of that, then I really feel like you're drawing things to you, okay? Like, and there's possibilities opening up. But definitely huge on communication. Oh, look at this. We've got here knowledge, a new area of learning. And we've got here brilliance. You have a brilliant idea. I told you, if you guys have a brilliant idea, do know that that is going to lead you to money, okay? Like especially for those of you that get like business ideas, or you have like an invention idea, whatever it is, over the next 72 hours, pay attention. It's money, okay? Maybe it's like finding, like you have an idea, I'll check this website for a job. And it's like, go, because you're going to get something out of that, okay? We've also got you'll receive a gift. I could actually see some of you getting a card in the mail or a package or a letter, maybe containing money, or there's some sort of gift coming your way. I kind of feel like it's going to be through letters or mail or packages or something. But it could be in other forms. It doesn't have to be necessarily through the post or anything, but kind of you're definitely getting some sort of gift. There's abundance around you. I really feel it. And again, the brilliant idea. And we also have a new area of learning. So some of you might be learning or opening up to new things. Maybe it's like raising chickens as an example. But, you know, it's going to be something that, you know, is new for you. And it's like you're expanding your knowledge and it feels good. I always love learning. Of course, I have like a 9th house stellium. So, of course, I love learning. But it's always like a blessing when I'm feeling really excited to learn something. And so that's why I feel like, you know, that's the kind of blessing it is. Or at least that's what I had in mind when I made the card. Ooh, some of you are going to hear news of a pregnancy. And watch out for some of you. Okay? Because we have a pacifier here, and we have a mama breastfeeding here in the Empress. So some of you might just be taking care of a baby. Maybe it's not your baby. Maybe you're babysitting. So maybe it's like you're kind of having to do your nurturing qualities or something, you know, taking care. But I feel like here it's like, man, this is interesting here. Maybe some of you are thinking about making a baby, or, you know, something's going on here with babies. So that's very interesting. Of course, a pacifier, you know, or a binky, or however you call it, masasa. Those are we always say masasa in our family. But anyway, so it's like, to me, like, I don't know, it's just like, well, of course I can soothe as well. So this could be like a soothing energy as well. And what else have we got here? We've got here this yellow heart. To me, this talks a platonic love. So I feel like you have some platonic connection around you that's very loving. Or family, maybe it's family because of the tree here. There could be a lot going on with the family here as well. For some of you, there's a spirit baby around you, or like one coming in. Like, I don't know, for some of you, if you've been wanting to get pregnant, like I feel like it's very close, okay? Or it's already going to happen, or there's something really going on here. If you're trying to get pregnant, really try to be active during these next 72 hours, okay? Because I feel like there could be something there. We also have 3 tulips here as well. And we've got the angel. So I really feel like an angel's watching over you during this time. We've also got here, be the light. And be the light, of course, you can show people the way in some way. Or you can like show people like an example of goodness even. I feel like for some of you, you're going to really show people the example of your goodness, or of how to be good, or how to do a situation. And you're leading by example on some level. It's almost like you're really impressing somebody in some way, or you're really making an impact on them. And it's because you are the light and you kind of shine it. You know, it's like that little song when I was a kid, we would sing at church or whatever. And it was like, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. this one, you know, and it's like, I'm going to let my light shine and just be who I am. And it's like, I feel like you're really impacting somebody through that. So, and it's like natural to you. It's like you do something and you're like, but that's normal. And like someone's going to really feel the warmth from that. I really feel for you guys. Okay. We've also got Pisces here. Pisces can show a dreamy energy, of course, creative energy. Some of you might be feeling extra creative as well during this time, and dreamy and all of that. So we have that. And we also have you versus you. So you might be challenging yourself in some way, or, you know, trying to improve upon yourself. You may be very much focused on overcoming something or moving forward on something. But yeah, that's a very nice energy as well. So yeah, look at this. A path of money is waiting for you to find it. I feel like relationships are very good. There could be a new flirtation or connection coming in. There could be some gossipy news coming in. Maybe for some of you, watch out for the pregnancy part, especially if you're not, you know, wanting that. But if you are, that may, like I said, it might be a good time for you to try. But this is just a great next 72 hours. I see goodness here. I really do. And I could see a lot of family time here. There might be three, like maybe you're going out in a group or something, or there's like 2 friends or something like that. Some of you might have some admirers though. I kind of feel like some of you have, I really feel like you guys have 2 admirers actually. So keep that in mind over the next 72 hours. Like I feel like you're a magnet. Anyway, I hope that this was helpful for you. I wish you the very, very best. Lots of love and blessings in your life, and take care. Bye-bye.